Well, here's the million-dollar question. Which is better, Zapier or Make.com? I'll be fair and say I've used both Make.com and Zapier, okay? But I have to admit I've worked more with Make.com. I'll be direct. If you're after something highly technical that requires programming, that needs a lot of flexibility and extensive programming, what you're looking for isn't either of these. You want n8n.io. Assuming you don't want to code or run everything locally and such, let's focus on Make and Zapier. All these tools are for automation. Which is better, Make or Zapier? Well, Zapier does offer great customization, that's true. And it provides tons of templates. But when running these templates, it's not as smooth as Make. In Make, when you're running a task, look here for example, you'll see the first one runs leading to the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. In Zapier, you don't see that. You have to go in and check how it executes, which is a bit... Well, besides Make being more intuitive, we're talking about technical aspects. I think Zapier has a ton of templates. But watch out, be careful, I'm not dismissing Make here. Make also has templates, okay? It has quite a few interesting templates too. But as you can see, the app looks more polished, right? I have to give it that. Look at how many templates Make has, it's insane. So I have to say the page is much more refined. Well, my verdict based on using these two is I'd say Zapier is better for complete beginners, since they have AI that does it automatically for you. It's true that Make also has artificial intelligence. I'm not sure if it's because I've done slightly more complex things with Make that could also be done with Zapier. But Make, being more intuitive and visual with its processes, makes doing more technical tasks much more comfortable. To be honest, it didn't motivate me that much, but it is undoubtedly more user-friendly, okay? So I'd say Zapier is great for learning, but in the long run, Make is the clear choice. I've extensively used Make, spending around 10,000 uses, while I've only tried Zapier a bit. I have to say, Make works exceptionally well. I'm not saying Zapier doesn't work well, don't get me wrong. Zapier fans, I also think you'll find much more information online about Make compared to what you'll find for Zapier. Obviously, it depends on the languages you speak and your region, but once again, it comes down to the same thing. Do you want more customization? Go with Make 100%, but if you want simplicity and ease of use as a beginner, at the cost of less customization, then Zapier is the way to go, no question. I'll say it again. If you want something super technical, pro level, go with N8N, and that's it, debate over. Hey everyone, welcome to a new video where I'll explain what Zapier is. There's not much info online about this website that basically automates cloud processes. What kind of processes? Well, repetitive ones, like auto-replying to emails, archiving data in Google Sheets, or transferring info from Sheets to a CRM. Zapier connects apps that aren't normally linked, making it easy for us. There are alternatives like Make.com and N8N, but Zapier's the easiest. If you're new, start with Zapier. For more tech-savvy folks, try Make. They've got templates here with tons of pre-made stuff that we can use right away with lots of default options. We don't need to program ourselves, which is pretty cool. And their prices are similar to competitors, if not cheaper. How to create a Zapier account. When you visit Zapier to automate that repetitive, tedious task you're tired of doing, you'll land on Zapier.com. It's quite intuitive with bright orange buttons that stand out on the screen. Great marketing there. You can simply click to log in using Google or email. Once logged in, you'll access Zapier and can start creating zaps, which are your workflows or tasks. You get a 14-day trial with 1,000 tasks and unlimited zaps or workspaces, which is pretty cool. After the trial, if interested, you can pay $20 monthly or try alternatives like Make.com or N8N, which are more complex but offer more options with some extra effort. In this video, I'll show you how to create tabs using AI. We have templates that help us avoid programming and excessive thinking. We have tons of templates, even a search engine for Drive or Google Sheets templates. We can search for anything we want. I'm not sure if they have Discord, I haven't checked. They do have Pipedrive though. Discord too, actually. They have everything. DeepSeek is, well, obviously they'll have it. And DeepSeek let me down though. DeepSeek really disappointed me. A point in favor of, well, they'll have OpenRouter, right? Wait a second. I was going to praise Make.com, but if they have OpenRouter, never mind. Let's see. Yes, it seems they do have it. So to create with AI, it basically asks, what would you like to automate? And here it says, for example, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So there you have it with AI. You go here and say, I want a text. I told it I want a text message translated to 10 random languages. Okay. And here in status app, we click try it and there it is, okay? It's the first interface with what it's done so far, okay? Obviously, it seems it still needs some final configuration. We can put the prompt and such there. It seems I haven't fully set it up for this case yet. But it's true that if you ask for simpler things like translating or taking a WhatsApp message and emailing or saving it to Drive, it'll do those things super easily for you, okay? So if you're having trouble, you can also just go to the Discover section here and explore everything you're not so familiar with, or try using Zapier a bit, which is ultimately a very, very intuitive tool. So we're about to start with Zapier, and the first thing we want to do is, boom, landing page. Let's create a Zap. A Zap is a workspace, so we click create and then Zap. Okay, as you can see, I clicked with the middle mouse button. And here we have the Zap. First, we see this Copilot section, which is basically an AI. We can tell what we want to do. We have that option. Let's try it and say, we'll say it in English. I've done it here. I want an email translated to English and sent to my WhatsApp. Let's see what it does. As you can see, it starts thinking. From what I understand, this service is unlimited, unlike others like Make.com. And here are the first options. We'd have a trigger, which would be the email. The email would serve as the trigger. Then we should add a translation action using Zapier. And finally, the WhatsApp notification. It's really quite intuitive. They show us the email there. As you can see, we now have the email app selected here. What we need to select next is the trigger. The trigger is what will initiate this action. In other words, when will this program activate? When we click on it. For example, when we receive a new email, when we add a new label, we can choose when we want it. We'd connect the email here. Crucial to link the account. Then we have this translate option where we can, it's pretty intuitive to be honest. Very intuitive. I knew it was easy, but not this easy. The text would be filled with the outgoing email content. So we'd simply choose the languages, but for some reason it's not loading. Let's assume we don't know. So we'll set the target language. As you can see, we don't need to know the source language. We'll just specify that the output should be in English. Here, for example, we click the plus for text and add the email. It says I need to complete this step before adding the email result. You have to connect the account and such. Finally, once we have the email info, which would be sent here as text, we'd send it to WhatsApp and do the same thing again. The message is sent and the text comes from the translation. Can we add steps in between? Of course we can add. There are like 7,000 extra apps available. We can do whatever we want, even store it in Google Sheets if we like. The options are practically limitless within the product's constraints. We can extend this process as much as we want if we can afford it. So that's how Zaps work. Very intuitive. It really functions like other automation programs. How do you connect apps to Zapier? Zapier is an app connector, but to link them properly, you need an account. An account in these apps like email, Google Drive, Discord, and others. So for this, we'll need to provide one of two things. Either the email we want to use for that automation in that account or the API. For example, let's say for DeepSeek, which isn't the case here, but let's use DeepSeek as an example. You search for DeepSeek API, go to their site, find the DeepSeek API docs, click apply for an API key, and boom, you create it. Creating APIs is free, using them isn't. Why? An API lets you use the app online through a server. As you've noticed, Zapier automations run even when your computer is off. What does that mean? There's an external server handling processes for you, and that costs money. Clearly, Zapier doesn't own that external server. Zapier has servers for its processes, but not for Google's Gmail processes. No way. So Google runs its own processes. Is Google free? I think so, with some limits. I'm not entirely sure, but the limit is quite generous. Others charge up front, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and many AI APIs. It's normal. Free servers would wear out and earn nothing. So how do we connect any app? Easy. Go to apps. Often you'll just connect with email. Click add new connection, and let's use Discord as an example. I love this F12 feature. Discord, okay? Select it, confirm, and choose which server to add it to. I'm not interested in this case, obviously. That's how you connect any app to Zapier. All right, let's talk about the interesting part of Zapier, its pricing plans. So pricing. Let's go to the pricing page. We can see it from here. As you can see, there are different options. There used to be more, including a $700 one. I guess they removed it due to low demand. Basically, we had the free option. The free plan gives us 100 tasks per month. That's very few. Compared to Make.com, they offer unlimited zaps, but only two-step ones, and AI-generated zaps, which is quite impressive. Then for just €20 a month, you get 750 tasks. I assume they count tasks the same way as Make. If so, it seems a bit unfair, honestly. If a task means running a whole project once, that's fine. If it's for each mini process, that's terrible. I assume it's for running the entire project, because otherwise, this price makes no sense competitively. To put it in perspective, on Make.com, 10,000 tasks or processes cost €20 monthly, while here it's €126. In other words, it wouldn't make any sense. Plus, Make offers you more possibilities. True, Zap's AI is interesting, but if it's free, they don't value it much. It does have a ton of app connections though. Lastly, there's the team plan, 2,000 tasks monthly for €67, which isn't bad at all. That's monthly, but it shows €1,500 here because it's billed annually. If you want this small discount, otherwise you'll pay €100. I recommend trying the free plan since you have a free trial. Test it out. And if you like it, get a month subscription. If you still like it, you can go ahead and buy the annual plan. But don't buy the annual plan right away, as there are other options. Zapier is good for a month's trial, but keep using it if it's helpful. Compared to others, it falls behind technically as you advance. Finally, it has this price for contacting. These prices seem standard, maybe even a bit high for the market. The AI task generator is interesting, and they offer many templates. I have to admit that. They connect to many unique apps that competitors don't offer. So I can understand the small €10 price increase. So that's about it.